Apps is another big feature within Spider Impact. It is an entirely new section up there under collection. So the concept here, a lot of us are well aware of briefings within Spider Impact. They're presentations. So it's a lot like PowerPoint, right? Where you say, I want to show my strategy map, or I want to show this data visualization, or I want to show my downward trending KPIs report, right? You curate very specific screens within your software, and you click through and you take people through you tell a story, you take people through a linear path, just like a PowerPoint presentation. But the difference is, unlike PowerPoint, your data is live, so you can click on something, drill down to the data behind the scenes, answer whatever questions you have, and then you can click a link and resume your presentation right where it left off. Apps is a lot like that, except for it's non-linear. Instead of having several screens that you click through in an ordered fashion, it assembles those screens together as tabs up on top, as sections within your mini curated application, and you build custom applications. You know, this first section, show them a dashboard, then show a form for collecting information, then show them a reporting area. And I'll get into that, but that is essentially what Apps is. Before I actually launch into the apps functionality though, I want to cover a concrete use case, because this is the kind of thing that is best explained with an example. The US Army has been using the apps functionality as a pilot program for several months, and they were already able to recreate and replace an existing legacy system at a cost savings of over $1.2 million a year. This has been live in production for a couple months now, and we're having absolutely incredible success. So this is an example application. This is a training server. You'll be able to see a lot of John Doe information in here, right? But this is a quick overview of the ICRS system. It's for tracking sexual assault cases in the US Army. This is the system of record. And there's a lot of different various tabs with, you know, user access requests or user listings. But the harassment case listing page is the main thing where everything is. And so it'll display 10 cases at a time. If I want to go through case 60 through 69, I click on, you know, the page 6, and I can select Jane Doe here, and it's just information about a case. There's all kinds of, you know, date it happened, a description of the incident, whatever, right? A lot of information about the particular case. And so our mission was to recreate this in Spider Impact. And in order to do that, we needed the apps functionality. We also needed a lot of enhancements made to forms, which we're going to be talking about at the end, because these are getting a little technical, and I want to show you up front just the big picture new things that you can do. So here is the app in ICRS. Again, this is all AI generated dummy data. No information is real here. So I am clicking to the Edit tab, and this lists the 5 different sections of ICRS. There's the home, there's access requests, all users, cases, and reporting, right? And before I get there, notice here that the app has a URL, because these apps are accessed outside of Spider Impact. Yes, they use all the Spider Impact permissions, and they use all the Spider Impact data, but they are a curated set of pages that lives outside at their own URL, and you get to pick that URL right here on this configuration screen. All right, so let's click on the Home tab. Well, the Home section, if you look here over that way, it says Dashboards, Single Dashboard. And so we're just showing a single dashboard when they click on Home. And when we click on Cases, we are showing a form, a form that lists all the cases, and I click on one of the cases and it shows the case detail. And when you go to Reporting, instead of showing a single thing, if you notice it says, yes, I want to show the dashboard section, but I want to show every single dashboard for an organization. So you can show a single thing underneath each app section, or you can show every single item for a particular organization. And this is what it looks like in action. We're going to open the app. This opens in a brand new tab. Again, someone can bookmark this and visit it. This is what they see when they go to their new application, their ICRS application. As on the upper left-hand corner, we've got Home, Access Requests, All Users, Cases, Reporting. And this is just a dashboard. And if you want to change the announcement message or whatever, you just go into the dashboard section and change whatever announcement you want on there. But again, just like everywhere else, most of the action happens in the Cases section. So we're going to click Cases. And because this is built on Spider Impact, you have data visualization as a first-class citizen. We see a pie chart breaking down formal, informal. We see a shape widget showing total reports, right? You can have whatever kind of information on a dashboard here because this is just a form. And I can click New Case to create a new case, or I can quickly search through my 14,000 cases rather than 10 at a time. So I'm gonna type in Janet, and here's all the things instantly coming up that match Janet. And I'm going to click, oh yeah, right, I wanted the Janet Chavez case. Again, all AI generated data. And this is the exact same case management system. If you are familiar with our forms, you'll see a whole bunch of new forms functionality here. Again, I'm getting to that. I'm saving that to the very end because we've got a lot of other exciting functionality to talk about before we dig into the technical mechanics of how we build these forms. But one thing that might jump out at you is this DA form 7746, you now have the ability to upload documents directly in forms. And here you can upload a particular case form about this particular case, and it would be associated with that data set record. All the form is exactly the same, but what's brand new for ICRS is that these folks now have a reporting tab. There was zero data visualization in the old system. It was strictly for collecting of data, but now you can add utility for the people who are entering your data. And so yes, they are entering new cases, updating case information as it proceeds through the legal system, but now they have a whole reporting system, and so you can interact with your data live just like you can anywhere inside of Spider Impact. And all of the permissions and functionality from within Spider Impact apply to these custom apps. So you're able to write all these curated custom data collection or data visualization apps, and then everything is centrally managed and stored and audited in Spider Impact. Even better, you have the ability to include Impact Assistant in every single app. So here we're saying how many incidents were at Fort Riley in 2024 or 2023, right? It's going to go off and think just like if you were inside of Spider Impact, but it's doing a query inside of your curated app because again, it just says 14 and it's the number of records and harassment incidents, blah, blah, blah. So it's able to take my natural language query and turn it into an actual data set query, which is fantastic. So just like in Spider Impact, you don't always know the types of questions people are going to need to know answers to ahead of time. That's what Impact Assistant is for. It's built into apps as well.